Hello there, Cancer, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today I am doing your December 2021 General Tarot reading. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the Tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. Okay, let's get into your reading. So we're going to start with the Oracle cards just to get an idea of, the overall energy you have for this very last month of 2021. I have to say, it's been kind of a fast year. I can't believe that it's already here. But truly looking forward to 2022. So let's see what we have. Exchanging gifts, a blessed, all that glitters, and breathe. Okay, really nice. Cancer, you've had, your ups and downs this year, and I feel like you're really ending it on a very calm note. Just having things, I get a sense of, things just finishing up for you. You know, um, Especially this time of year. A lot of times we feel like we have so much on our plates, right? And kind of scattered. And lately I've been feeling that way. And it's kind of like, I wish I could just completely cross something off my list and say it's done, right? It's like you're waiting on this person to call you back or this thing to happen. And it's one of those feelings like things just finally all coming together. All the missing pieces are coming together for you. And it's about imagining what the future is. And look at this regeneration and the new life underneath that. You know, Perhaps being able to rekindle a relationship that, has just had its ups and downs this year. And now it's just coming into a sense of, just leveling out an equal, balanced exchange of gifts. That sense that whatever you're giving to the relationship, you're also getting back. It's that justice. You could be dealing with a Libra, but that sense of balance. And it's really kind of, in my heart space, just this really, just, just taking a deep breath and going, wow. It's almost like you've gone full circle and you're back at, okay, I can start afresh. You have a new life. I can start afresh. Now, we have all that glitter. So we're going to look at this in the tarot. This card is about somebody not yet sharing their true feelings. That might be what's happening in December, is that there's going to be an exchange of true feelings between you and somebody else. So that you can almost like get to that point where you're taking a deep breath and saying, yes, okay, you know, um, I feel like you're gaining a lot of wisdom with this situation. And it could be a romantic connection, family, friend, work connection, but it's like just gaining a lot of wisdom and yet at the same time, like finishing out this cycle, but on a good note. So you may decide, not to reconcile with this person as far as like, getting back together, especially if it's a romantic connection. But it's this sense that, okay, I got the closure I needed and now I can move on. They can move on. It's this sense of we can wish each other well. Really nice feeling here. And for others of you, I really do think you may reconcile with this person. So let's go to the tarot. Let's take a look first at your present energy. Page of Cups, there it is. Okay, so this is the sense of an apology, but with the Page of Cups, it's also forgiveness. It's about somebody offering an apology and the other person genuinely forgiving. And it's, an equal exchange of love. It's somebody saying, I'm really sorry I hurt your feelings. I'm really sorry that I kind of dismissed you or dismissed what you had to say or made you feel small or didn't recognize your worth. And the other person, Also recognizing that it takes a lot for that person to apologize. And then, not only like stepping up to the plate and saying, I accept your apology, but going farther than that. And, coming into this sense of, sharing their own feelings about the situation, but then also saying, I totally forgive. And when we forgive, it means we are releasing the pain of the situation and willing to move on. That's why I think that this All That Glitters is here. Somebody has not yet shared their true feelings in this situation. And I feel like they are going to. And when they do, there's this sense of feeling very blessed. That this situation has worked its way to this point. And I feel like it's been a long time coming. This is not, just a quick thing. It's been a long time coming. Okay, so this is your obstacle or area of resistance, the moon. Your subconscious is working. I feel like spirit is working but with you and this other person to try to bring you back together for this conversation that includes some type of an apology. But with the moon card, there's also this sense of wisdom and knowing that this is on your soul's path because there was some type of lesson or wisdom to be gained from this situation. With the situation that happened, the chaos, the conflict that was in your relationship, it helped to open you up to see another side of you that you hadn't quite recognized yet. And it could be that for some of you, you even, with the moon card here, you could have even seen a shadowy side of yourself that you have gone back through and healed now. You've understood that whatever happened with this person, it wasn't really just a conflict between the two of you. It was an evolution of your souls. There was something deeper there than just a conflict, just a disagreement, or even perhaps a betrayal. But it's so much more than that because your eyes have kind of been opened up to some type of revolution. In fact, I think that this All That Glitters, it's almost as if you or this person was almost wearing a mask and couldn't see the true quality of this situation, of this relationship, and it's almost like the mask was pulled off so that you could see. You know how, like when you wear a mask, even if, you can see through the slits in the mask or whatever, it's kind of like, you feel like you can only partially see, might not have quite all your peripheral vision or something. And it's like somebody has taken the mask off and you see the situation. You see yourself in a different light. You probably see this other person in a different light. You have Four of Pentacles. Trying to hold on to something, but I feel like there is something that you are trying to release in this last bit of the year. Trying to release, like a belief system or, holding on to maybe a grudge, or it could be this person holding on to a grudge or regrets, something like that, just kind of like a little bit holding on to it. And it's kind of like this conversation helps you to release that because it's kind of like, okay, you can step out of, to me, the Four of Pentacles sometimes means a little bit of holding on to fear instead of coming from true love. And this conversation is very loving. And because of that, it helps you to step out of the Four of Pentacles energy and more into your heart space. So oh my goodness, here's your advice, the Lovers. This is a true soulmate connection. That is why this situation was so difficult for you. Because it wasn't just anybody. It was that person that hurt you. And that's why it was so painful. You know, the more we love somebody, the more painful the feelings when we separate, or when there's, something said or done that hurts our feelings. Because it's not just anybody. And, once again, it could be with this mask that the two of you were almost like didn't want to admit how painful this situation was, one or both of you. Like kind of masking it because it was like almost so painful you couldn't even admit it to yourself. Your obstacle is the moon, your subconscious, almost like wanting to block the pain of the situation. Okay, and let's see what the outcome is. Six of Swords, moving on from turbulent waters into calmer waters. For some of you, you may be, finishing out a cycle with this person and then moving on to new things, But for some of you, I just feel like you're at least coming out of the turbulent period of this relationship and coming back into calm waters. And Page of Pentacles, yeah, a good offer. This person comes in with the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. It's a solid apology. It's not just, it's not wands. It's grounded. They've done the work. You've done the work. It's a conversation where you can come and you can truly be vulnerable with this person. You can share your feelings with this person. And I feel like they're truly going to share their feelings with you. It's a sense of, yeah, we can't move on without this sharing, this exchanging, this exchanging of feelings. Okay, so let's see what the Page of Cups. What is this Page of Cups, please? What is this apology? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Cancer. Four of Pentacles again on the bottom. Holding back. I just get the sense of holding back, wearing a mask, pretending that this whole situation didn't hurt you or didn't hurt the other person. Like, if you feel like it didn't hurt them, it did hurt them. They're just wearing a mask. They're trying to pretend that it didn't hurt. Because this is a very deep connection. Look at this. We have the Ten of Cups. Some of you were in a long-term committed relationship with this person. Could have possibly even been married to them, or they're a family member, that you have a deep soul connection to, because this is like the family card. This is, long-term committed relationship. And look at this, getting back into your power. King of Cups, that's your energy. But it's this energy of getting on top of your emotions so that you can have this discussion. Sometimes when we are really hurt, it's not the time to have the conversation, because things sometimes don't come out the way that we really want to express them. And so I feel like, especially for some of you, if there's been a long time since you've talked to this person, since you've had this conversation, right? It's as if you needed that. You needed time in order to gain the wisdom of this relationship, to gain the wisdom of this situation. And then to really step into your own power, step into your emotions, to be able to control your emotions. Two of Swords on the bottom. Some of you are almost like blocking this conversation. It's like you want it and yet you don't, right? But that's because you haven't quite yet stepped into your power and of your emotions. I'm kind of an emotional person, and I know, especially, even at work, you have to have a kind of a conversation with somebody about, something that's going on. And I always tend to feel like, oh, I'm just going to cry. I know I'm going to cry, But it's coming into that sense of, okay, I see the bigger picture now. So I'm not quite as emotional about it. Not that it wasn't painful, not that it wasn't emotional, but you kind of have a better understanding from your soul, the bigger picture of it, why this happened, why it hurts so much, what wisdom you've gained, the lessons that you've gained from this situation. So let's go see what the moon is. Now, this is your obstacle. Yeah. Four of Wands. There's victory. Somebody wants victory here. That's also the wedding card, happy family card, stable. So we have with the moon card, what you're not seeing, what you're kind of resisting. And we have the Two of Swords here to, show that you are resisting transforming this into a new beginning. You're having a hard time seeing how this situation can get a new start. For some of you, I feel like this conversation may help you to see how you can get a fresh start with this person. For others of you, if it was a toxic situation, you may not want a fresh start, but you may want to close out this energy. Sometimes we feel like we don't want a fresh start with somebody when there's been so much pain and hurt. It's like, well, they may do it again, right? And so I feel like for some of you, you're kind of like not wanting to have this conversation because you're emotional, you're highly connected to this person, obviously, with the Lover's card here. And so it's like, well, I don't want to, have another round with this person. I don't want to regenerate, right? I don't want to have a reconciliation or a reunion because they just may do it again. So I think that the situation here with the Ace of Pentacles, because, we have the Page of Pentacles on the bottom. So you definitely have like some grounded offer coming in, is that you have to plant the seed in a new way. Let's put it that way, right? So if you planted a seed and it didn't sprout and really take off, right? Would you plant the seed again the same exact way? It's like you have to take the lessons, the wisdom that you learned. The two of you do, right? You have to take the wisdom that you've gained because of what you've been through, and you have to plant the seed again, but in a different way. Really interesting message coming through there. The Ace of Pentacles is kind of like a gift from the universe. And I feel like this person, this relationship is a true gift from the universe. It's about taking a precious gift and deciding about what are we going to do with this? How are we going to transform the way that, because we have death, that's about endings and new beginnings, right? How are we going to take this seed and what are we going to do with it? How are we going to differ the way that we plant it this time over the way that we did it the last time? And I feel like for some of you, that's what you're blocking is like, I don't know. It's about having that conversation, okay, something went wrong in our relationship, but let's take a look at all of the good in this relationship and then focus on that and focus on how we can plant this seed in a fertile soil, right? And nourish it and love it and really almost like get behind it. It's really interesting. Yeah, don't plant it in the same hole. Like you need to go take the Ace of Pentacles, the seed, and plant it somewhere else. For some of you, I think you are moving. The Six of Swords came out again. This is about moving. I feel like for some of you, especially because this Ace of Pentacles, I'm getting this message about planting it differently or in another hole. It's like you may just decide, the one way we can be in this loving energy is to just move where we can get a fresh start, where everybody doesn't know what happened, right? It's kind of like, yeah, we need a new city. So let's see what else we have. King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands. I really like this. A lot of passion, a lot of confidence, a lot of clarity about how to move forward. When you step into this energy of love and realizing that the two of you have come together for some divine mission, for some divine reason, right? And it's like, we can't throw this away. Like the universe has given us this new shot at this relationship. And it's like, we can't just throw that away. We have to step into the power of our relationship. And, once you do that, I really feel like you're moving away from the turbulent energy of your past relationship into calmer waters. Some of you may physically be moving, but also look at this. Lots of clarity, lots of determination to go forward and to take this where it needs to go. And with the Queen of Wands, look at this. Yeah, Queen of Wands with the Knight of Cups. Lots of love, lots of passion. This is passion. We have the Seven of Swords here. So that is a little bit about almost self-sabotaging yourself with a fresh start with this person. This person is grounded now. They've changed. There's a difference in them. I think there's a big difference in you too, Cancer. I think it's because the both of you have done this work. So let's see what the Six of Swords is. Three of Wands, Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Yeah, a fresh start in love. After a time of feeling like, is this person ever going to come back around? Is this person, are they ever going to see the light? Right? I mean, it's the Four of Cups is, there's 3 cups spilt and she doesn't even realize there's a cup coming in. Well, it's coming. Here it is. You've waited a long time. Temperance. It's taken a lot of patience for the two of you to get to this point. Two of Wands and Three of Wands. Two of Wands is strategizing, making a plan. How are we going to go forward? What is our next step? Okay, we're going to give this another shot. Okay, let's make a plan. Where are we going to move to? Where are we going to live? What are we going to do? Okay, and then Three of Wands, putting it out to the universe and taking that first step into your new life and realizing that you can't, I'm really, with the Two of Pentacles, it's, it's a little bit about juggling. I feel that you're putting down the juggling. Like you have to put the past down and you have to almost grab the pinnacle of the new life. Like saying, okay, we've learned from the past. We've learned these lessons from the past. And now let's go ahead and imagine. Let's go and imagine what is our life going to look like. And, especially with the year 2022 coming up, there's a lot of twos in that. A lot of partnerships, a lot of co-creating. It's an energy of, working with others, working with spirit. So let's see what we have here. Manifesting and doing the sparkle hustle, the distraction of shiny things. Fill your cup with sacred giggles. It's about getting out of the seriousness of this connection and getting into the fun of it. Yeah, the spark of hustle. It's time to hustle. It's time to figure out, okay, what are we going to do? What are our choices? Picking a path. Okay, here we go. We're going to step onto this path. I really feel like you kind of go quickly once you do that, because manifesting and doing, like you're manifesting. What is it that we want for our future? And you're going for it. The distraction of shiny things. That could be part of, I remember I had the Seven of Swords under here somewhere. Wow, lots of good stuff under there. We had the Seven of Swords underneath. The Seven of Swords to me, a lot of times, I know that, it's typically the betrayal card, but it's really about sometimes denying ourselves or self sabotaging situations, And I feel like in this case, it's like the shiny things, are the distraction. Oh, well, the holidays are coming up. Not going to call them. Oh, this, that, whatever. It's about getting really focused. The two wands and the three wands. Lots of passion, lots of inspiration, lots of motivation. Staying focused. Let's get going. You had the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Okay, we know what we want. We're going to go after it. We're not going to get distracted. And maybe in the past, the two of you got distracted when things were maybe a little bit unhinged. It was like instead of facing that, you just, oh, well, let's just go on a trip, right? Or, oh, let's go work on this project or whatever. Let's go buy something new, right? Instead of saying, hey, you know what? We need to have a conversation. Let's try to figure this out, right? So I feel as if this is really coming together for you. And then I really think, at the end of December, as you're going into the new year, you have lots of love coming in, and it's in a fresh new way. If you don't feel like you're going to be reconciling with somebody, I really feel as if the lessons that you have learned from a past relationship go directly into a brand new relationship. Like you're planting a seed with perhaps somebody new, but you're not planting it the same way. you're just like, no, not doing it that way again, right? So, and I feel for some of you, I just think this from some of your past readings and some of your comments. I think for some of you, this could be a family member. And if it is a family member, right, it's like you really, are working to try to get this to come back together. You're manifesting for it to come together. And now it is coming back together. Well, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.